خايفة؟
شو خايفة؟ طبعا خايفة.
The Wuhan coronavirus. It's everywhere and it's making my mom scared.
This is my mom.
شو السؤال هذا؟ طبعا خايفة.
And she's worried.
40,000 people infected, 1,000 people dead. And in Singapore, where I live, 40 people have been infected, one right next to my house. This video is for my parents and probably for your parents. Because for the first time ever, I want to show you how Singapore is fighting coronavirus and why my mom should not worry. This is a small country in Asia and it has a high risk of coronavirus. So this is what they did. They immediately closed the country to the virus. By land, anyone with a fever doesn't get through. By air, anyone with a fever doesn't get through. By sea, anyone with a fever doesn't get through. So they made it very, very hard for the coronavirus to travel to this country. And inside of it, they cleaned a lot more. The bus poles, they cleaned the playgrounds, they cleaned the schools, they cleaned the food courts, they cleaned, and even the lift buttons, they cleaned more. And then they did something crazy. They hired the army to pack masks in the millions for every single household in the country, and they gave them out for free and made it illegal for supermarkets to increase the price for the other masks. And if after all of this someone got the virus, it's game on. They are sent to the hospital in a matter of hours, and everyone that contacted this person is immediately checked to make sure they didn't get the virus. And if the current data is right, this person has a 98% chance of recovery. Don't just look at the infections, look at the people who healed from it, like this person. Corona, at the end of the day, can be healed. And you didn't hear it from me, you heard it from health officials.
We are a team of healthcare staff looking after patients at the front line, and together we believe we will get through this.
Despite the panic, the coronavirus is an amazing opportunity to see acts of kindness from good people who volunteered their time to the infinite amounts of health workers who are working non-stop to fight it. We don't know what we don't know. There is a chance this can get even bigger and worse. But you know what's more contagious than corona? Panic. And panic is the last thing we need. Right now, everyone is fighting corona. The airport worker, health official, school teacher, and all the other countries in the world. When we all get together fighting one cause, I am sure this virus can be defeated. The people you see behind me were all infected with coronavirus. I can't show you all their faces, but what I can do is tell you their incredible story. This is a group of friends and colleagues who work at a church in Singapore. Back in January, one of them got infected with COVID-19 over a family dinner. And without him knowing, he came to church and had a normal day. But little did he know that his virus was spreading like wildfire. 2 people got infected. 3, 5, 10, 15, 17 people got infected just like that in a very short time. No one knows exactly how it happened. It could have been a meeting, a sneeze, a handshake, or a cough. That's how contagious coronavirus is. And that's how an entire church was shut down. From headaches, to fevers, to intensive care units.
When I was infected and I was a confirmed case, that thought came through my mind. That I would die because of the virus.
Each one of them had a different response to the virus. Some didn't feel it, Others spent 31 days in the ICU. And the story doesn't end here. In addition to dealing with coronavirus, they had to deal with the stigma. The COVID-19 stigma is huge. At school, their kids were called COVID kids. Hotels didn't let their families stay, and family weddings were forced to be cancelled. This is why we had to cover most of their faces. This tragedy was going to ruin their lives. But here is what we don't hear enough of. Facts. COVID-19 has a much higher recovery rate than we think, with over 98% of patients recovering. And for this group of friends, 100% of them recovered. 17 out of 17 of them healed from coronavirus. That is incredible. In no time, they went back to living their lives normally, full of energy and gratitude.
As the days went by, I realized that I wouldn't die because I felt strong at a point in time, physically, emotionally. I didn't feel that I was dying. Instead, I was feeling that I was recovering and growing stronger by the day.
Now they are donating their blood for medical research. Because of their donations, we can develop vaccines to save everybody else. If you're worried about coronavirus right now, tell your friends about these people. They are not just survivors, they are a source of hope for a future without coronavirus. See you next week. What's your message to the world?
My message to the world: be socially responsible and have hope in your heart. Hope of your faith, hope for your family, hope for your country, and hope for the whole world to overcome this virus together.